Hi folks, Dr. Brian Huck here again, Universal Chiropractic. We're going on to the next topic, diet and nutrition. Every one of us has heard the old expression, you are what you eat. Well, to a degree that's true. If we eat chicken wings and pizza every day, we become chicken wings and pizza. Our body can only do as much as it can do with the sources of the building blocks that we feed it. I tell patients every day, the biggest problem with the human body is it's too adaptable. No other computer system, being, entity, whatever you want to call it, is able to take so much abuse, malnutrition, and keep on functioning over and over again. And there's multiple examples: arthritis, cardiovascular disease. These things are going on, diabetes. These things are going on behind the scenes for years, and our bodies are able to deal with it until it becomes such a big problem that has now been going on for 10 or more years that it can no longer deal with it. But if the red flags would go up sooner, maybe we wouldn't take such advantage of our bodies. So why does nutrition matter? I always like to use the example of Legos. If I tell you to build a red house with a yellow door and a green roof and blue windows out of all these Legos, those are the building blocks. And if you only have 5 red Legos, but you have 1,000,000 yellow and 1,000,000 blue, well, it doesn't matter because you're limited by the number of red Legos you have, so your walls are only going to go so high. So it's the same thing. There's macronutrition and micronutrition. We need to make sure we're getting some good quality lean proteins, good quality carbohydrates, and quality fats. So proteins, fish is probably one of your better sources of protein. Legumes, different things, because but in fish you're gonna get the omega-3 fatty acids. It's not a high saturated fat food. You wanna limit the red meats and the prime rib. I know it's delicious. Limit your fat from pizza, fried foods, wings. Those things are not going to be good sources of protein. Lean proteins, chicken, fish, probably not every day. 6 to 7 ounces is probably more than adequate, and get a variety of different sources so that you have different building blocks. For those Legos, again, different amino acids are going to allow us to repair any damage and repair any tissue that is going on and needs repair in our bodies. So you have to understand this is an evolving system. This 70 trillion cells in a year or two are completely gone, and there's a new 70 trillion cells. Different cells are being replaced and repaired at different rates. Bone might last much longer, where skin, in 3 months, all the skin on my body is gone, and I have all new skin. It's completely repaired and replaced itself, even if there was no damage. It's planned cell death. It's occurring naturally, so we constantly have to be feeding good nutrition. So protein is one source. Fats. Stay away from saturated fats. Any visible fat that you can see that is, say, solid or a semi-solid at a room temperature, those are things that you really want to limit. And unsaturated fats are going to be your better bet. Your oils, olive oil, omega-3 oils, fish oils, those things are going to be your better sources of fats. Different nuts, legumes, things like that are going to have quality fats. Avocado are better than prime rib. Too much red meat. So keep your fats under control. Carbohydrates, I know the keto is the rage right now. Keto is not bad, but our body does need some forms of carbohydrates. We want to stay completely away from simple sugars. Pastries, sugary foods, donuts, cakes, all that stuff needs to be kept to a minimum. If you read a lot of research by Dr. Sears, he's shown a link between too high sugar content, too much omega-6 fats, too few omega-3 fats, and inflammation in our body. So we need to minimize that. Keep the sugars to a low. Complex carbohydrates are okay. Whole grains, oats, whole grain wheats, those are good sources of carbohydrates. Fruits, vegetables, perfect. I have no problem with those. And you need to eat the rainbow because they're all going to have different vitamins and minerals in them. So green peppers, broccoli, high fiber content, fruits, vitamin C, all these benefits from fruits and vegetables. We need to strive for the 5 or 6 every day. Pick what you want. You can't just say, well, I like oranges, so I'm going to eat oranges and nothing else. And also, we'll talk about supplementation in a little bit. Supplementation is not an excuse to eat a poor diet and say, well, I take a lot of vitamins and minerals and supplements, so that makes up for my poor diet. You can't do that. You may need to supplement on the side, but it has to start with a quality diet. And then water intake. I always tell patients a minimum of 60 ounces a day. Some recommend 1 ounce for half of your body weight. So if I'm 175 pounds, cut that in half. That's how many ounces of water I need every day. Why? Because we're losing it constantly. Sweating, breathing, talking. Air particles are leaving my body, and it needs to be water. Any caffeinated beverage is going to be a diuretic to a degree. You will get some rehydration from it, but you're also going to urinate a little more, so it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Water, water, water. It's going to replenish, rehydrate your body. There's no substitute for pure water. You can supplement with other things. I like coffee. I drink coffee every morning, but the rest of my day, it's probably 90% water. So the other thing too that we need to make sure that we're understanding is BMI. What is BMI? We need to maintain between 90 and 25. Too many people, especially in America, tend to be on the obese side. The more weight we carry, it's more circulation, it's more work on our heart to provide nutrients to all of there's more capillarization to all of those fat cells everywhere in our body. Maintain your BMI. It's easier for your heart, it's easier on your liver, it's easier on your joints. 19 to 25 is probably a good range. If you're getting above that 25 number, you're starting to get into the obese range, and you're getting to where it's taxing your immune system. So again, if you think about the warnings the CDC put out, why are people with underlying medical conditions at risk? Well, it's no different. Go back to the war analogy. If I'm fighting one defender on this side of my wall, or one invader on this side of my wall, half of my army is over there fighting them, and my body is dealing with that area, trying to heal and deal with different things. If somebody attacks from the other side and the other side, and now I'm fighting 2 or 3 different war invaders, it's going to weaken my response, and I decrease my ability to fend off different things because my heart might be in a poor condition, my circulation might be poor. Overall health, and we're going to talk about exercise and some different things that we can do, but it all starts with a good diet. So those are the basics. 2 or 3 meals a day, quality proteins, quality carbohydrates, lots of fruits and vegetables, quality fats, fish oils, nuts, legumes, those things. Minimize the sugars as much as possible. I love cake as much as everyone, but you can't eat it every day. You can't go to the donut store, Tim Hortons or Paula's Donuts, and eat donuts every day. Once in a while, it is not going to be a huge problem. On a long-term basis, it's going to add to inflammation, add to the obesity, add to multiple other factors. Have a great day. Click on the link below. But we want to get you the information. There's absolutely no cost, no obligation. You can unsubscribe at any time. We just want to provide you as much information as possible to be as healthy as possible and maintain your immune system at the highest level possible. And I'll see you in the next video.